stop scrolling. Imagine waking up in a UK torn apart by civil war. Impossible. Maybe not. Right now, a fictional UK is erupting due to a civil war stemming from dissatisfaction with Keir Starmer's government. Let's dive into what's going wrong. The United Kingdom, once a beacon of stability and democracy, now finds itself in the throes of a devastating civil conflict. The roots of this crisis can be traced back to a series of long-simmering issues that have finally boiled over, tearing the fabric of British society apart. At the heart of the unrest lies a deep-seated frustration with the government led by Keir Starmer. Citizens across the nation have grown increasingly disillusioned with what they perceive as a two-tier justice system, where the rules seem to apply differently depending on one's social status or connections. This sense of inequality has eroded trust in the very institutions meant to uphold law and order. Adding fuel to the fire is the contentious issue of immigration. The influx of illegal migrants has become a flashpoint for debate and division. Many Britons feel overwhelmed by the rapid demographic changes in their communities, leading to tensions and resentment. This situation is further exacerbated by rising crime rates, which some attribute, rightly or wrongly, to the newcomers. The perception of preferential treatment for migrants in areas such as housing and healthcare has only intensified the anger. Long-time residents, struggling with their own economic challenges, watch in frustration as resources are allocated to support new arrivals. This has created a powder keg of resentment, ready to explode at the slightest provocation. Religious tensions have also played a significant role in the unfolding crisis. Concerns about the growing influence of certain religious groups in schools have sparked heated debates about the nature of British values and identity. Reports of grooming gangs operating with impunity have further stoked fears and mistrust between communities. In this volatile atmosphere, many citizens feel that their freedom of speech is under attack. Accusations of media censorship and the suppression of dissenting voices have led to a breakdown in trust between the public and the press. This information vacuum has allowed rumors and misinformation to spread like wildfire, further destabilizing an already fragile situation. As these issues reached a boiling point, what began as isolated protests and demonstrations quickly spiraled into nationwide unrest. The government's attempts to quell the disturbances only seemed to pour more fuel on the fire. Before long, the country found itself plunged into a full-blown civil war, with numerous factions vying for control and pushing their own agendas. The complexity of this conflict cannot be overstated. It's not a simple matter of two sides fighting for supremacy. Instead, the UK has fractured into a multitude of groups, each with its own grievances and objectives. Some fight for stricter immigration controls, others for greater autonomy for their regions. Religious factions clash with secularists while economic reformers battle against those who wish to maintain the status quo. The chaos and violence have touched every corner of the nation. Once peaceful streets are now battlegrounds, with makeshift barricades and checkpoints a common sight. Essential services have broken down in many areas, leaving citizens to fend for themselves. The human cost of this conflict is staggering, with countless lives lost and families torn apart. International observers watch with growing alarm as the situation unfolds. The implications of a destabilized United Kingdom ripple far beyond its borders, threatening to upset the delicate balance of power in Europe and beyond. Humanitarian aid struggles to reach those in need, while diplomatic efforts to broker peace seem to falter at every turn. What can be done to address this crisis and bring peace back to the United Kingdom? First and foremost, dialogue is key. The government and opposition groups must come together to address the root causes of the conflict. This means tackling the thorny issues of immigration and judicial reform head-on, with a commitment to transparency and fairness. It won't be easy, but it's essential for any hope of reconciliation. Promoting social unity must be a top priority. Leaders on all sides need to focus on what binds the British people together, rather than what divides them. This could involve national campaigns to celebrate shared values and cultural heritage, as well as grassroots initiatives to bring communities together. The role of the media in this process cannot be overstated. There must be a concerted effort to demand and support transparent, unbiased reporting. Accurate information is vital for informed public debate and decision-making. Rebuilding trust in the press will be a crucial step towards healing the nation's wounds. Education reform could play a significant role in addressing some of the underlying issues. By promoting critical thinking skills and fostering a deeper understanding of diverse cultures and religions, schools can help build a more tolerant and cohesive society for future generations. Economic measures to address inequality and provide opportunities for all citizens, regardless of background, will be crucial in alleviating some of the tensions that led to this conflict. This could involve job creation programs, investment in deprived areas, and efforts to ensure fair access to housing and healthcare. Strengthening democratic institutions and increasing public participation in the political process could help prevent future crises. This might include reforms to the electoral system, greater transparency in government decision-making, and mechanisms for citizens to have a more direct say in policies that affect their lives. International support and mediation could play a crucial role in bringing the various factions to the negotiating table. Neutral third parties could help facilitate discussions and provide resources for peacekeeping and reconstruction efforts. In our narrative, the UK's stability is shaken but not beyond repair. The solution is peace. Imagine efforts to build dialogue and reform lead to a united kingdom once more. As the fictional conflict begins to wind down, we can envision a united kingdom slowly emerging from the ashes of civil war. The process of rebuilding will be long and challenging, but there are signs of hope. Communities that were once divided now come together to clear rubble and reconstruct homes. Former enemies find common ground in their shared desire for peace and prosperity. The lessons learned from this devastating experience have led to profound changes in British society. A new constitution, drafted with input from all sectors of society, enshrines protections for civil liberties and ensures a more equitable justice system. Immigration policies have been reformed to strike a balance between compassion and national security, with a focus on integration and community cohesion. The media landscape has been transformed, with a renewed commitment to factual reporting and diverse perspectives. Schools now teach a curriculum that emphasizes critical thinking, civic responsibility, and mutual understanding between different cultures and faiths. As the years pass, the scars of conflict begin to heal. The United Kingdom emerges as a changed nation, but one that has rediscovered its strength in unity. The experience of civil war serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the importance of addressing societal issues before they spiral out of control. Remember, it's all a work of fiction, but food for thought. Could we avoid this in reality? The scenario presented here is extreme, but it highlights the importance of addressing social and political issues proactively. By fostering open dialogue, promoting inclusivity, and working towards equitable solutions, we can hope to build a society that is resilient to the forces of division and conflict. The future of any nation lies in the hands of its citizens and their willingness to work together for the common good.